Good day, science enthusiast. The following slides will give you a short lecture of the steps in balancing chemical equation and the law of conservation of mass. What is the law of conservation of mass? The law of conservation of mass states that during a chemical reaction, the total mass of the products must be equal to the total mass of the reactants. In other words, mass cannot be created or destroyed during a chemical reaction but is always conserved. In the following slides, I will teach you the step-by-step process on how to balance chemical equations. First, identify if the equation is balanced or unbalanced. Second, write the unbalanced chemical equation. Make sure you have followed correctly the rules in writing formulas of compounds. The third step is take note of the elements present in the reactant and product side. The fourth step, count the number of atoms of each element present in the reactant and product side. Fifth, balance the chemical equations by placing the appropriate coefficients before the symbol or formula. Please also take note not to change the subscript of the formula in an attempt to balance the equation, as it will change the identity of the components. Let us take for an example the following equation. We have tin dioxide plus hydrogen gas yields tin plus 2 molecules of water. The first thing for you to do is to divide the equation into two sides. The side before the reaction and the side after the reaction. Before the reaction, we have the reactants. And after the reaction, we have the products. List all the elements found in both the reactants and the product side. We have tin, oxygen, and hydrogen in both of the sides. Take note that the type of element found in both sides are the same. After identifying and listing the elements found in both of the sides of the chemical equation, count the number of elements or atoms in both of the sides. After counting, we have identified that the number of hydrogen in the product and the reactant is not the same. Therefore, the equation is not balanced. In order to balance the equation, take note not to change the subscript. All we need to do is just change the coefficient. Look for the appropriate coefficient to add before the chemical formula. In the case of the equation above, we need to add 2 as the coefficient before hydrogen gas. We add 2 before hydrogen gas, and after adding, we recount the number of atoms found in both the reactant and the product side. After adding number 2 as the coefficient before the chemical formula H2 or hydrogen gas, we now have 1 tin, 2 oxygen, and 4 hydrogen in the reactant. 1 tin, 2 oxygen, and 4 hydrogen in the product. The chemical equation is now balanced. Now I want you to try it on your own. In the following equation, we have carbon dioxide plus water yields glucose plus oxygen. Time's up. The correct answer is 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 water yields glucose plus 6 oxygen gas. This is the operation or the chemical formula for photosynthesis, the process by which plants make their own food. Now, why is it necessary for us to balance chemical equation? Balancing chemical equation is necessary, most especially in the field of food technology and pharmaceuticals, because it is very important to have correct and accurate measurements to produce the product and drugs with its proper formulation. That's all, and I hope you learned something. Thank you so much, and wait for part 2.